Hey, big hello once again to everyone watching. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2, and welcome to our Southeast England save. We're over here in Somerton, currently watching as our brand new Pendolino Class 390s on a high-speed service fill up, awaiting its departure in its special Pride livery. We do also have our tram train thing in the station as well, along with quite a few people actually waiting for our Portishead Harbour route. And speaking of the devil, here comes in a class, 180. You'll be going nowhere, Adelante. Actually surprised it's managed to make it in with it. Oh, and also in the opposite direction, it's coming up here. Now, this branch line is surprisingly extremely busy, so I feel like it will be justified adding new rolling stock to this line alongside the Atalantes. We also have a secret platform 0 here at Somerton. Tell no one about it, mostly because if you come here, it's a sheer cliff face drop down onto the tracks down below. It's quite the gradient that the harbour route has to go down before it can tunnel underneath Somerton. But in the last episode, what we did was we replaced our high-speed stock. We also, I think, replaced a few of our stocks. Did the brand new Durham branch, which is horrendously losing us money because they're currently waiting for a free path somewhere. I don't know what's actually happened here. Right, okay, so this is a disaster. To sum it up politely. So what I shall do, put a signal over here so that this train coming from the depot can actually wait over there, then delete these. Just so that the Metropolitan Line S stock can keep going, which is another one of our upgrades. We replaced the A stock with brand new S stock trains for the Metropolitan Line. See them coming in, hear them coming in as well. I felt like there was a town where I did want to create a brand new metro service for. Cirencester, its metro is doing pretty well. It has some C stock trains on it. The mainline service is extremely busy. It justifies having one extra train added onto it, which will be a 350-008. But also perhaps extending the main line. Next up, actually, also what we shall do is create a new branching line from Durham, going through St Columba Major to Aldenton, which will then probably take a nice scenic route up the mountains here to connect up with Cirencester. Okay, the game is warning me about multiple vehicles being in poor condition. That is something that I probably should actually fix, ideally. But that involves investment. Hello, Alex, and hello, Tico. Glad to see both of you here. Hope you're both doing well. Yeah, so. Also, one downside is I've made this branch line diesel with class 166s, which have a top speed of 90 miles per hour. Not exactly the smartest thing to do, because this does seem to be a pretty busy and major branch line, all things considered, with about 500 passengers at every single station. But I will also create another branch line. It will use the exact same platforms. And then... So, for St Columba Major, I'm going to create 2 stations. There'll be one major station, main station, and then one smaller, separate station not connected, which is where this branch line is going to connect up into. If we go over to UK Generic Passenger Rail Station, send this probably up in the north of the town, alongside the mountains. Go with... catenary, probably no catenary is fine. Go with 2 tracks. expand it a little so it's 240 meters, just future-proofing it, just in case it's busy. And then another station, well, I don't think another station is needed. We'll just add some more platforms at Aldenton, which has expanded to the point where this could probably use a either metro service or a light rail service. So I might do a London Overground, so a Aldenton Overground or a Aldenton Underground service there. Whilst then also connecting up to Cirencester. Another thing we can also do is freight services, which we probably should do, I feel, eventually. There are a lot of people waiting for the branch line over here. Which, another thing, we did replace the old rolling stock, which were Pacers, with Meridian units and also some lovely mismatched HSTs. I mean, it's correct branding. It is EMR branding, but we have Virgin colours mixed with EMR colours mixed with EMT colours. So it's really a case of like pick your struggle. Which terrible operator do you want to actually be today? Actually, I mean, I say that is doing a disservice to Virgin Trains and EMT. Probably a lot better than what EMR are currently today. We also haven't actually done much with the bus service in Cirencester, to be fair. These vehicles are nearly 70 years old, so it will be worth replacing these, probably with, let's go with E400s, go with some dual variants, go with some Sullivan buses, or maybe Go Coach. Yeah, we'll go with Go Coach's ex-Epson E400s. And then the outer circle can then also get E400s with dual doors, and they will be run by Sullivan buses. There we go. Their interior is ex-Abellio, even though these in real life are ex-Metroline. So not super accurate, but hey ho, can't win them all, I guess. But with that being said, since the town has actually grown substantially, I do feel like it would be worthwhile creating a brand new route, a brand new bus route even, that actually connects up probably some of this industrial estate with the metro stations here, along with maybe these residential zones to the east of the city. So what we shall do is create one route that starts down here, comes up through here, takes a nice little detour, making sure it actually serves all these stations pretty nicely. Actually come down here to serve the station, and then continuing up through here to then terminate at this commercial and industrial zone, I'd want to say, whilst also creating another route. So that covers most of that area. So this route will come from here, go from here, connect up with the underground here, and then go through the city centre, which we shall actually upgrade the roads for. I'll then also create a bridge over here for this bus service. Let the game run in the background whilst I'm doing this. What is that? Okay, sure. I think that's a HST horn. Whatever it was definitely loud. Connect that up over there. Actually, add in a bus lane. Do you feel like it would be justified? Okay, so problem with the outer loop over here is it's constantly stuck in traffic, so we're going to replace all the roads with wider roads that have bus lanes on the major bottlenecks. That looks like it was a bottleneck, and I think that would be fine for now. Touch wood. And then, there it is. So from here, I will then continue on this bus route straight on through here to then come up and sort of just terminate in this area, which isn't actually, I just realised, properly served by buses, so I actually extend it to over here. And then create these new routes, which I just realised I could have done with an overground service, but I don't quite think it's big enough to actually justify having another rail service in this town. Actually, in saying that, it's 2,500. I'm from 2,500. Maybe it would be justified having like a rail service that does an overground service that kind of loops around here, connects up with the underground here. You know what? I shall actually do that instead, since I sort of underestimated how big this city actually was. So this is going to get a proper DLR-esque network. Go with Era C stuff. Maybe not this long. It will be small little platform lengths. Because it will be a small, fast metro type service. I feel like it would probably be... kind of want it to go from here, via here, then down here. So it's sort of a loop. Well, it's not going to be a circle, that's for certain. Not going to make it into a looping service. Create a station for that zone over there, which covers most of that, and then create another station over here before having one station over for this area. A station so you can connect, you can interchange between the overground and underground. The DLR-esque network that shall be made before then coming over around here and then terminating in this zone. Maybe asking to yourselves, why not make it a loop? Well, because our underground network is a loop and I don't really feel like creating another one of those. That's largely the reason why, to be honest. So let's not have it start sloping down. Also, don't want it to be levitating. I kind of do want it to have some bridge supports. Immediately complaining about bridge pillar collisions, which, as per usual, it happens. It's complaining because of these houses over here. But I demolish them and the game will still decide to build houses underneath anyway. So I'm not exactly sure what it wants from me half the time. So I think it's those buildings over there I'll have to get rid of. Nope, some more buildings over here. For some reason it just likes to complain about bridge pillar collisions instead of, I don't know, actually demolishing some of the houses for me. Oh, but I also think it's this over here. Okay, no, it's still throwing a hissy fit. I mean, it would be ideal if it just didn't. If it didn't do this, if it would just connect up. Oh, where is the bridge pillar collision? Will you connect up now? Yes, you will. Oh, praise the heavens, that took way too long. Continue this on up till here. And it's not really being built for speeds, because, I mean, this is like an inner rail network. It's a suburban rail network. You're not exactly going to be achieving 125 mile per hour tracks here. You don't need that kind of speeds necessarily. Okay. Connect stop like that. Now getting to the interesting part, which is through here, through these high-rises, going via the inner city, which will probably be quite expensive, but here we are. Oh, internal error. The game might have just crashed, which is unfortunate. Have I heard about LT201? I haven't. I'm doing great as well, Alex. Hello, Debbie Jack. Oh, you love my content. Thank you. It's just unfortunate that at the moment it would seem as if Transport Fever 2 has indeed crashed on me. I'm going to reboot up the game and pretend like none of that happened. Whoops. I mean, this is going to take a little bit of time. Just waiting for the game to reload up. I mean, oh Jesus Christ, this thing is really contesting with OMSI to have the title of the least stable game I've ever played. I mean, granted, yes, I am playing on a heavily modded save of the game. There are a ton of custom assets I am using, so I think that doesn't help. But, like, I mean, come on. And this game is so new as well. It's a lot newer than OMSI, and it's still just as unstable. I'm just waiting for the day that there is one transport-related game that isn't as fragile as, like, just a stack of playing cards. One little gust and it crashes everything. But yeah, my day's been great. And please do inform me, enlighten me about LT201. I probably have actually, to be fair, heard what happened to it. But, you know, typical Civ brain memory, absolutely forgotten about it. Anyway, we're back here in our save. Firstly, I am going to have to go and fix... Where was it? It was in Chorleywood, right? Yes, I have to fix this massive collision zone that's just happened. Remove the signal. Because for some reason, this Class 166 is blocking the S-Stock from leaving. So there we go. Oh, they've decided to have a massive collision. Perfect. Hello, Valentino. You went to Guildford and back, but bust... Oh, you bust it back. Nice. Nice. I have done that a couple of times where I've decided, you know what, instead of taking the train, let's say, down to Brighton or to Portsmouth, I'm like, no, how about we take the bus there instead? It takes so much longer than taking the train, but sometimes it's really nice because you do see other parts of the country you wouldn't normally see. Especially the smaller villages that don't have stations and smaller towns. And also, it's just nice being on a bus going faster than 20 miles per hour, let's be entirely honest. But yes, no. So, for our Portis Harbour route, it is extremely busy. It has a 5-minute frequency, so I feel like it justifies actually getting a new type of stock on it. It's not going to have another Adelante situation. It's going to get something nice. Where is its depot? Where did I build it? I've completely forgotten where I've sent this to. I think the depot... Yeah, okay, the depot for it is here. There's also another depot here. This is just a mess of depots. So for the Portis Harbour route, since it's pretty busy, it has a 5-minute frequency, and I want to kind of up that a bit. I think it's diesel only. There's no electric overhead lines or third rail, so need something that can do 125 miles per hour and isn't too bad with acceleration. I could go with a Class 800 intercity liveried train with 300 capacity, which I think is higher than the Adelante is currently on it. That's the high-speed network. So I'll get one of these, throw it onto the Portis Harbour route, just for good measure. Hello, Crazy. Good to see you. It's mostly Compass, but it wasn't. Oh, that's actually surprising. I thought it would have been mostly Stagecoach from Guildford. Compass are an interesting operator. I think that's all I have to say about them. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, so Portis Harbour route, our brand new intercity branded Class 800, which looks wrong. I absolutely love the intercity logo, but I don't think it quite works with the Class 800, if we're being entirely honest. This definitely should just be something that you have on the Class 91s, or if you're going to have it on the 800s, it really shouldn't be as slanted. It should be a bit more curvy, the livery, I feel. Come on, LNER, create a special heritage intercity livery for one of your Azuma sets now. It was Metrobus. Oh yes, of course, Metrobus do operate into Guildford as well. How do I keep forgetting about that. These have 262, these have 302 capacity, so 40 extra capacity. That is a lot in the railway worlds. Holsworthy can probably get a brand new railway straight down to Portishead. I'm feeling like creating a brand new high-speed network actually now. So it will come from Welwyn Garden City, bypass Aldenton, stop at Cirencester, probably bypass Manningtree and Christchurch to come up via Portishead, and then terminate at Holsworthy. So this is another north to south high-speed link. It's almost like HS2. Although in that case, if it was HS2, then, well, sorry, Welwyn Garden City, we're going to terminate out here in the at the top of the mountains, and then, I don't know, make you bust the rest of the way into the city. Playing NIMBY Rails. That is a game that I haven't gotten around to playing. I have to get around to actually downloading it. You've got this route exists. How does it fit at the Holt station, whatever town it was, I wonder? Yeah, so at the harbour, surprisingly, it actually fits really well down here. Like, I didn't think this was long enough. I mean, to be fair, it's very obvious where we've extended the platform, because it doesn't fit with the rest. It's just a bunch of waiting rooms. They're really narrow. It's like for slender people, actually, more than anything. Here we have a Class 180 Adelante coming in. Arriving in with 200 people waiting to go down to the harbour. I'm very tempted to make the high-speed station here at Portis Harbour be actually on the harbour side. Because honestly, I just kind of want to overwhelm our little ferry route that we have going here. You meant the other town. Oh, what is the other town? Hold on. Don't actually know which other town you're talking about here. But it was U200 Dart. Yeah, Metrobus have a lot of those, and so do Compass. So it's really not surprising, actually. So yes, coming over to the brand new high-speed service that I would love to create. See, we have this station over here, which has created a bit of space. I would kind of love to actually expand this and make this into the high-speed station by demolishing all these like roads and buildings here. Like, I think it's insane as of an idea, but see, I'm here for that. I'm here for the insanity. Okay, so I will move the bus stop from over here. I mean, the bus is now going to have a massive detour. It has to come up through here. In fact, if we take a look, yeah, this is not exactly the smoothest of routes, but that's for the construction work taking place so far. The really small station, I think the town is Chesterfield. Oh, in Chesterfield. Oh, you mean the, yeah, of course. Actually, I know what you're talking about. The little staggered platform. Yeah, it doesn't fit. We just clog up the town. That's all we do. But it's actually, it's great fun. See, this is why you should take public transport instead of driving. Because then you're not going to be clogged up by public transports. Oh. Transport for London travel update. Nope, you're a bit lost, love. We're in Chesterfield up north. Nowhere near London. Anyway. So, expanding this area over here. Demolish all this. This is where this brand new... Well, not brand new, but this is where the expanded high-speed station is going to be. So, brand new... Oh, can I not... Oh, hold on. Hang on. So, what I would want to do is... expand the length of the platforms. Can I not do that? I cannot do that. That's very unfortunate. What I shall do instead is create a station down here and sink it down into the ground so it's at the same level as the metro service. And then we'll pretend like they're the same station. In reality, they're not. But these are semantics. Tiny little details. I don't know if this is enough space for our high-speed station, but I'm going to be doing it anyway. Upper Cirencester. I'm probably going to rename this to the same thing so that it's just consistency. Upper... There we go. Upper Cirencester. Cirencester. Again, still haven't figured out actually how to say that station name. You would have thought I'd learn by now, but honestly, I'm just here to milk the town for all it's worth. Don't actually learn its name. Yeah, the Holt. Working on a German fictional half-realistic map. Oh, that's interesting. What town are you actually, or like region, are you doing the railways for? Just so that I can avoid it. I'm just kidding. I love how this town is so big, but it has a Holt. Well, yeah. I mean, we also have an exchange. Apparently, this is a central station. Actually, to be fair, this is accurate because this station here is Lower Cirencester. This is Upper Cirencester. I'm also going to rename this to the Holt. This is going to be the Holt. This is a town which... Let's pretend like this is about 2.4 million people who live here instead of only 2,000, and it still has a Holt. You know, keep it cheap and cheerful. So yeah, how to actually connect this up to the road network is another question I haven't figured out yet either. Yeah, this is actually going to be very interesting. Because now this is at a... It's a lot lower than everything else. I mean, it doesn't really feel like grand enough to actually... For it to be a high-speed station. But this town's high-speed station. It's pretty big now in my map. I started in the Berlin area though. Oh, nice, nice. Stop using cars, people there. HS2 will never exist. I mean, they are building it, but they've decided, you know what, it's not gonna go to Euston, it's not gonna go up any further than Birmingham. So in reality, it's like, well, what even is the point of it? It's linking up Old Oak Common with Birmingham. I can't even remember what the name of the station is that they're building up in Brum. So add in a new entrance. Where is... I know exactly what to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a road bridge over here, and then I'll create like a little walkway to connect them up like that. That's how I'm going to fix this little problem I have. Get this so that it's connected up. But I can still connect up a road over there. So add in this new entrance so now these two are connected. Okay, and then the roads which we demolished before we can put back in. We're going to widen it with a bus lane. It's a shame that bus-only roads don't particularly work well in this. That is one of my biggest gripes with this game, honestly. Is if you create a two-way road that is bus lane only, cars will still drive on it. And it's like, no, I've made it a bus lane, a bus-only road for a reason. Okay, let's see if I can try convince the game to send this up a bit faster. I mean, I guess this could be called interesting architecture. I mean, I feel like it's more stupid architecture, but these are semantics. There you go, and then this is the station road over here. So basically, you can't actually... You don't really leave the station for anything major, I just realised. Okay, maybe if we added also another connection... Okay, that is apparently way too steep, so... I'm sort of stuck in a hard place here. I mean... Hang on. There we go. So this is actually sort of connecting this town now. Oh dear. Move the bus stop over here. Go back to actually replacing these vehicles because these are ancient. These are 63 years old, nearly at retirement age. If these were French buses, they'd be protesting right now. And I went with Go Coaches X. What's it? Epsom buses liveries. It's pretty big now. Probably around 200 kilometers of track built so far. That's actually pretty good, to be fair. That's really impressive, that amount of track to be built. So there is the high-speed station there. We have Welwyn Garden City, Cirencester, Portishead, and then Holsworthy. So, in Portishead, I feel like this is a perfect spot to actually have a station. But, could also have one up through... Oh, I'm very... You know what? No. Yeah, Oh, I'm so conflicted on what to do there, because I don't want to add a third station. Portishead really isn't big enough to have 3 stations, does it? Is it? Does it justify it? Oh. And you know what? Yes. Yes, it is big enough for 3 stations. I have just decided right now. You built a New York subway save, which I'm currently not doing, though. Oh, that would be a fun thing to do as well in NIMBY Rails, I feel like, in NIMBY Rails, what I will actually do is probably recreate, like, the Tyne Weir Metro, or do, like, Merseyrail, but proper. Like, or do, you know, I've just thought of the perfect thing. Just recreate the Glasgow subway, but pretend like it's in London. So, actually create branch lines and whatnot. Okay, get this platform over here. Oops. Don't raise it up so much. Give it an interesting station design. So you can identify that it's high speed connection. Complaining of bridge pillar collisions. Oh, there was a spot where I could build it. Oh. Almost. Nope, it is throwing a hissy fit. Now it's complaining about the bridges. Oh, this game is just never satisfied, is it? Bridge pillar collision, invisible bridge. Well, I suppose that shall do for now. I mean, it's a really grand station, but it is another high-speed route that we're installing here, high-speed 2. We're going full hog, we're not doing a Tory government and, you know, trying to skimp out on costs. And also, actually, might as well put the French TGVs on this route. Something that can actually do more than 125 miles per hour. Maybe even go with the Chinese option, which can do 300 kilometers per hour. Actually have proper high speeds. It's a shame. I did search the Steam Workshop beforehand, before loading up the save and start streaming, and there aren't any actual Class 395s in the Steam Workshop. Oh. Okay. I almost crashed the game again. I need to remind myself not to click on those. Okay, so I need to demolish the buildings underneath for the game, because it doesn't seem to want to actually demolish them when I build elevated tracks, and then it complains about there being track pillar collisions, so... Okay, the game is still not really happy with me at the moment. Actually, nope, that works. 125 miles per hour, though, is a tad bit slow. Okay, don't go with that. 125... Can we not do 100... Do we not have any rails that go any faster? 125 isn't the fastest tracks we have, is it? Wait, is it? Wait, what? I thought we had rails that could do more than that. I'm so confused. Oh, you know what? It's because of the track I'm using. I just realised that's why. So I'm not using the high-speed track, which is this one. I'm going to upgrade this track to that and start using this instead. There we go. 168, 186 even if I could read miles per hour. Going straight on over to Holsworthy, which we shall carve out a spot for the station on the opposite sides of the roads. Yes, we're going to be doing a Catford/Catford Bridge situation. No Eurostars as well. No, actually, to be fair, you are right. There are Eurostars, and I did install the mod, but I don't seem to have the option. If I go to a depot, where's the train depot? The train depot is here. Buy vehicles. I should have Eurostar, and it should be under multiple units, but I don't have it. And I have installed the mod for it. So I'm confused. Unless it's under wagons. And I have to piecemeal it, but I don't think so. Unless it's like the underground situation where for some reason it considers it a diesel unit. But I don't think so. Yeah, no, I did, wait, hold on, am I blind? Did I just, yeah, I did see it, it's there. I am blind, ignore me, I do have the Eurostar mod installed, it is there. Would be good to see a stagecoach takeover of First Bus in one of the towns and say First is failing. No, it's not under one of the TGV, it was actually in the electric train options, I'm just blind. Okay, so get a brand new station here. A nice modern UK rail station. Opposite the old dilapidated one. Leave it be one platform for now. It'll be a little bay platform. Because, again, we are going to cheap out on this. Just a tad. Get this. Can the town just like stop building for 10 seconds, please? There we go. So now, try and get this to maintain its speed as it curves around. I mean, ideally, it would be great if it didn't really curve so much, if it was more in a straight line, but I didn't really think about that when I was creating the path out of the city. That makes it slow down a bit too much. Let's demolish this railway viaduct. And then get it to come more like around here. To then connect up like that and maintain its 186 mile per hour speed. Now, leaving here, it's going to complain about bridge pillar collisions again. Yep, as per usual, it always does. Once again, it's because I need to demolish the houses underneath. It doesn't do it automatically. It just likes to complain, to be honest. So, you know, pretend like we're paying all those residents to leave so that we can build HS2. Also, yes, I shall do a stagecoach takeover of one of the first towns. What operates on this? This! You can pretend like this is First. This is First's operation over here. Even though they don't... I mean, they've never ran any of these. These are American buses, I'm pretty certain. Hold on. What I shall do is... some Right Eclipse Urbans 2s. So these... This will be a town where First have decided to take over, and then we're going to come back in 5 years' time, and it's going to be Stagecoach actually running the show. Because First just decided, nope, we don't actually know how to run a bus service. The only thing we do know how to run is to run one into the ground. Create a nice grand viaduct. Well, there we go. What a colossal waste of money. 33 million for this nice shiny bridge. Yeah, you know what, go for it. Then Manningtree. For Manningtree, in real life this does get like high-speed services technically. But in this reality, it is not going to get a high-speed stop because it is on the Great Eastern Main Line out to Norwich from London Liverpool Street, I should say. Continue this over to Cirencester, which I'm actually going to make pop up from underground around here. There we go, so we actually can see it. I see it running alongside the main line, well, actually the branch line from Manningtree for a bit, before it then pops down and then comes here. This is also throwing a massive fit. Yeah, this is throwing a complete hissy fit. And apparently decides this is the best course of action for a high-speed railway to take. To create some level crossings. I'm actually going to try change that so it doesn't create level crossings. You sort of don't want to mix high-speed rail traffic and cars. We're not going to have another one of those situations where some new rolling stock doesn't activate the level crossings and have a few near misses a la Greater Anglia, and they're brand new at the time, 345s. Okay, never mind, it's going to decide to create a level crossing anyway. The game does what the game wants to do, and possibly mix of First and Barbie and Olympia. How long left of stream? Wow, you really want to leave? I'm not sure, probably another half an hour, maybe another 20 minutes. See how I go. I might end stream once I'm done creating this high-speed network, HS2, and also changing up some of the railway networks. See, we have a loop service here in Manningtree, which I feel like we can add in a new first rival to Stagecoach, going around the new suburbs that have been built, serving some of the same roads, and serving up the station before then coming down through here to then terminate over here. So this route, come through here, come around there, Christchurch Road, and terminate around here at Park Roads. So this will be an inefficient service, no one will actually want to use it. But it's first bus trying to compete with Stagecoach, which I will actually also do your suggestion of a mix of first Barbie vehicles and also some Olympia branded stuff. So get a couple Eclipse 2, well actually get one Eclipse 2, then also get a first Olympia branded Enviro 400 MMC. Or get an ALX 400 that is in Barbie. Yeah, get an ALX 400 in Barbie. And get one first Olympia E400s. There you go, so you have a mix of both vehicles on, what would this be called? So this is in Manningtree, so we're going to go with their recent Essex branding things, and this would probably be the M1. There we go. So now, continuing on with our high-speed network, made a little detour to serve Manningtree. Continue this really, really expensive and pointless viaduct. Again, another 10 million was wasted on it. But these are semantic little details. Try and get this to curve around. Okay, it's not complaining about bridge pillar collisions. I am glad about that. Odd Dart, if possible. Can you do a City Bus Manager giveaway? I probably could in the next stream. That is, if you subscribe and turn notifications on, my next stream, I might actually do that. Give away a Steam copy of City Bus Manager. When I go to London on Saturday, no buses, just trains and undergrounds. Oh, that'll be fun. If you're doing just trains, I would suggest going out and doing some of the rarer branch lines on the underground. So do like Mill Hill East. Go out maybe onto the Hainault Loop. Go out to Amersham, Chesham. Because those are quite fun places to actually visit. I mean, I was also going to suggest like maybe trying to do the Kennington Loop or doing some other rare bits of underground track, but to be honest, it's really impossible to actually do the Kennington Loop anymore. They've cemented it down to a T pretty much, because now they have actual people who come through the trains and kick you off who pretend to sleep. Not that it was something I did. Huh. You know what? Yeah. Create a fancy... There we go. Some fancy track. Which bypasses Aldenton. I mean, realistically, you'd look at this and think, what is even the point of bypassing it? Surely it should stop here, but it costs money to build a station. What is complaining? I think that road over there is complaining about having a collision. That one as well. Remove those. There we go. It's up to the main line. The main high-speed line, even, I should say. I can't do a journey by underground... I do a journey by underground from Waterloo to London Bridge. Oh, I see, right. Right, of course. So you're going to be going onto the Jubilee line. Well, I mean, to be fair, the Jubilee is one of the better lines to actually go on. Just also making sure I got that right. I would look like a complete prat if I'd mix that up. Yeah. So expand this. Expand this high speed line. Yeah, I will also go back to the town and actually throw in another dart route just for the sake of it. I also think this is one of the more interesting... Oh, piss. Okay, so I've done that on the wrong platform. Whoops. Okay, connect that back up to the correct platform. Okay, they don't lose any speed in that. Fantastic. Okay, so now I have to put in the provisions for this. So I need to add in another crossover here. Some more signals here. I'm also going to halve the distance between signals on this route. Create some more signals over here for this crossing point. There we go. Turn on auto signaling, which should be on, but it's not. Oh, no, there we go. It has actually decided to auto signal for once. Then also... Where is... Oh, I want to make sure I'm doing this in the right direction. Okay. Opposite direction, so it's like that. Has that has signaled that automatically. Get this going like that. Signaled all the way via Manningtree up until Portishead. Get some more signals. Get signals in this direction. Up until the terminus at Holsworthy, which shall be like that. Okay, now also going to add in a new depot. Go to buildings, go to depots, build this over here, and I'm going to buy some Eurostar, what are they, 373s, Capital Star sets. Going to get probably 3 of them for now because they're quite expensive, and this has basically bankrupted me. With the new loop, ideally not using a brown colour for it. Let's use a darker blue and rename it immediately to High Speed 2. What was the other one? High Speed Amersham. I'm going to rename this from... Actually, High Speed A for Amersham, and then this will be High Speed... Do we serve a town that starts with B? C? Oh dear, we don't. I guess this can be High Speed C for Cirencester. Ignore the fact there's a gap. There's no High Speed B. Okay, so we'll go from Holsworthy via Portishead. The Portishead Halt, apparently. That's justified for a high speed service. Then serving Upper Cirencester. Now they're complaining about not being able to find a path, which is intriguing. They're also complaining about not being able to connect up all the stations. I do wonder if I've accidentally selected the wrong station. No. If I do like that, no. Okay, that's interesting. It's for some reason decided it doesn't want to connect up. I am somewhat confused. I can't see where there's a break in the track. Okay. What about if we bypass Cirencester for now and go straight down to Welland Garden City? We can't do that either. Okay, so there is a break between Cirencester and... Okay, so that works, but then to go up to Portishead, that works as well? Ah! It don't make any sense. High Speed C. So it shall go into Holsworthy, and then actually go down the correct side of the track into Platform 2. Platform 1 even, actually. And from Platform 1 going down to Manningtree. I am very confused. Hang on a second. I don't understand. Hang on, something is broken here. If the Jubilee line has problems, then I might go in the Bakerloo and Northern via Kennington. Yes. Although from Waterloo... Yeah, you could do that instead, actually. What is... I don't understand why it's complaining. Also, yes, this is in GNR colours instead of Eurostar colours. I don't understand. I think I might not have some overhead lines like somewhere, and that's what it's complaining about. Again, I don't actually know. Okay, so it stopped here. Now is it going to continue on? No, now there's no path, apparently. Okay. This is a major issue. Okay, let's upgrade it. So make sure it has power. It is all electric. I see. Okay, that's why they were complaining. These tracks over here don't have overheads. Okay, that makes more sense. See, ideally, you know, if we're going to be running, like, expensive electric high-speed trains, you would want some actual juice to your stations you're serving as well. Well, I've learnt this the hard way. Delete the tunnels, not the entire station, ideally. Delete these tunnels, just so that I can place some more tracks over here. Over here. Also, this station is way too small to actually be able to accommodate the full length of Eurostar trains. But that's not going to stop me, and we're still going to send them through here. Some people might be getting off in the tunnels, but that's a them problem, I find, not a me problem. I would pretend like there's a selective door opening, but that doesn't exist. Okay, so where was, I think it was Manentry? It was the M1, yep, that we created some competition with Stagecoach for. So now what they're going to do is add in a new route, their M2 routes, which shall basically be a shortcut around their M1, around this part of the city. So then go via here. And then this will be ran with some nice dilapidated darts. Do we have any first... I mean, we have first, middle and reds in Olympia, or we can get Plymouth City Bus. Get 2 darts. Get them running around on the M2, which is what we're going to rename this to. There we go. So now we have a Lupin service, an M1 and an M2. Yes, so let's go back to the high-speed C service. That has actually fixed our problem. They do now continue up to Upper Cirencester. So now send them up to Welland Garden City. Oops, not as the second stop. There we go. And then on the way back, stopping at Upper Cirencester in the opposite direction. Yep, to then stop off at Portishead. To then terminate at Upper Holsworthy. Sorry, Lower Holsworthy. Very confusing names we have over here. There we go. This Portishead is just getting all the stations, all the modes of transport. Might as well also give them a tram. A super tram service. They do have a service down to Leatherhead. In the form of the Leatherhead Ferry. Maybe it will be worthwhile also competing with ourselves. So the mainline service. Okay, the mainline service, very busy. Especially from Cirencester Central. So get 1 extra train, which we cannot afford. Oh dear lord, we're in the reds. That Eurostar investment better pay off. Okay, so this has a 6-minute frequency. We're going to follow this train on its course down to, what's it called? Upper Cirencester. Cirencester. It is this going actually in the wrong direction? Yes, it is. That doesn't matter for now. I think. Oh, this might cause a horrible accident. Porter's high level and low level should be their new station names. That's an excellent suggestion. I'm actually going to do that immediately. Upper and low level. Best part is low level. Oh, no, never mind. Low level isn't still served by Pacer trains. Portishead low level, and then Portishead high level. See, it already has H in the name. High level. Best part is you're never going to be able to get a ticket between these 2 places, between low level and high level. And then there's the harbour. Portishead Harbour Station Harbour. Who's ever said that I'm absolutely rubbish with names? Portishead, Portishead. Yeah, you know, I like that name, Portishead Port. The city of just contradicting names. Our Keylink service is doing really well for itself. It's really busy. There's 100 people waiting for it over here outside the harbour, the port. Portishead Port Station. Oh, actually, I could do Portishead Harbour Station Harbour Stop. There we go. So this is a Portishead Harbour Station Harbour bus stop. Now try saying that fast 5 times over. Oh, something else has been cancelled. Oh, the Thameslink service has been delayed by 25 minutes. What's new? Does this not fit? Oh, you know what? I just realised. Oh, God. Right, so what I'm going to have to do is send this in the opposite direction. I didn't realise I was nearly 100 million in the reds. That is horrendous. Yeah, this is going to need to go in the opposite direction. Are all 3 of the trains out? They are. So this is going to have to go in the opposite direction as well. And this is... I don't actually know where this is going. Why is this stuck waiting for a free path? Anyway, I'm going to send them going in the correct direction. I should have built some crossover points beforehand now that I think about it. But hey ho, you live and you learn, and you get crippling amounts of debt as well for your mistakes. Let's see, we have a Meridian unit leaving, and then a HST unit. Oh wait, no, never mind, another Meridian loading straight up behind. Is it justified having so many trains on this branch? I'm not certain it is. The problem now becomes, can't really put them anywhere else. Can kind of put them... Oh, I can't even put them onto the main line, actually, I just realised. So these do kind of need to go into storage. This one I'm going to put into storage. Just because the frequency... As much as what I was going for was to have a 3-minute frequency on the service, the problem is all the trains are now literally one behind each other. And it just doesn't justify being this frequent. Also, hello DJ. My company in OpenTTD is doing well. That's fantastic to hear. I was very tempted to play OpenTTD again today. But then I thought, you know what? No, let's play its 3D counterpart. Which is basically what this game is, to be fair. This is like a modern day equivalent of Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which is what OpenTTD was based upon. These are also some really old ALX 400s, Jesus. It's unfortunate we're horribly in the reds, because otherwise I'd actually want to replace these. Are these even carrying people? Is this route just not... This route is just not making any money whatsoever. That's unfortunate, because as I said, I would actually love to just do anything with this, make it better pretty much. I don't want to reduce down the frequency of it, but I kind of have to because it's just not making any money. Reducing it down to every 8 minutes. Where's the one in front? So that's that one. This one is over here waiting at the level crossing. Now hopefully... are there a lot of people waiting over here? There's 35 people. That's not really a lot. I already have too many stations. I can't even see the bottom of Manhattan because it's filled with station names. You're doing an NYC subway very well. Just spam stations everywhere. Are they stuck? Oh no, they are stuck. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, so get this going in the opposite direction. I just realised I don't know if the station is long enough to accommodate these Eurostar units. You'll be up how many stations? 354 stations. I think that's... You've gone a bit overboard. You want to make sure everyone is within like a 20-second walk of a station in New York. I have also created a massive problem where I genuinely do not think these trains can fit into these platforms. Yeah, this is not going to fit in the platform. It's so close to fitting, but it just doesn't. So that means it continues out. Oh, that is so annoying. Oh, I have to sell some trains. Oh my god, I have to sell another train. Okay, I'm now in the green. Oh Jesus, I probably should have tested it before doing this. Oh man, this is an expensive mistake. Well, we're now running a high-speed service with one high-speed train. It's not going great, so I'm not gonna lie. Could be better. Okay, so now that we've fixed the problems we were having, let's now see our brand new fever service. Portis Star service. Yeah, that's what I'd call it. Let's see how it will handle our new high-speed tracks in the correct direction this time. The subway has like 481 stations or 472. I actually don't remember how many stations in New York subway it has, so you're probably close to being on the money. I think London has 200. The London Underground has 280 stations, I want to say. I was going to say 272, but yeah. Compared to New York, it's like nothing. I'm late because you had a bath. Well, I'm glad you're here anyway. See, we're arriving into Portis High Level. Portis Harbour High Level. We have 46 people on board currently. This is done in a traditional European style. Because even though, you know, Brexit and all, we're still copying the Europeans because they do railway a lot better than we do here in this country. High level straight into the tunnels to go underneath Portishead. Accelerating up to 120 miles per hour. Pure breeze, continuing to accelerate up. This train can do 200 miles per hour, which this track is not rated for. I don't think there is a track in the game that can do 200 miles per hour. I mean, London's tube stations are quite far spaced out. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad you did clarify, unless you're in the Zone 1 area, because I was going to say, no, because they're really close together, but if you're in the suburbs, it is sort of like a regional rail service. But even then, actually, to be fair, if I'm being entirely honest, London, it's not that the stations are spaced out, because I feel like they are quite close together. It's just, the London Underground doesn't really serve the entirety of London, and by God, the amount of people waiting here. But Jesus. Look at the hordes up here being swallowed up by this class 373. But yeah, no, it's because it just mostly serves central London and like north and southwest London largely. That's why there aren't that many stations on the undergrounds compared to New York. Also, New York I think is a lot more spread out. If you look at the station spacing, I think New York has like there is more space between the stations. Some stays are just down the road. Yeah, that's true. I mean, just look at the mess of like all the Acton stations you have. Acton Main Line, is it North Acton, South Acton? There are just plenty. I also just realised I can't actually name all the Acton stations off the top of my head. Also, it's impressive to have 400 people waiting at Cirencester to go down to Welwyn Garden City. This is also the best railway service Welwyn Garden City has ever seen, and it's in the fictional setting. Oh my God, the amount of people waiting. Oh, there's 600 people. This is going to be a full train loads of people waiting for the high-speed C. It's also unfortunate because in the UK we do charge a high-speed premium for these rail routes. So this city is actually only served by high speeds. That's your only option. You want a local regional service? Nope, not happening. Oh, and there's a Pendolino right alongside it. Look at the two high-speed boys together. Still in virgin colours as well. See all the people crossing over. Welwyn Garden City is also another one of those cities I feel like has grown to the point where it probably justifies having a metro service. How many people? Oh, 67. Okay, so when they're following behind each other, yeah, it's not exactly the most efficient thing in the world. There we go. And this Eurostar service is so much faster than the Pendolino. It's actually catching up to it. It has to reduce its speed constantly. Acton, yeah, Acton Main Line, North Acton, South Acton, West Acton, and Acton Town. Just so many mess. No, New York subway stations are quite nearby, average like 650 meters. Acton Central, yeah, Acton Central as well. Whenever someone tells you, like, oh yes, I live in Acton, just take the train to Acton. You look at the tube map, you go, yes, but which? But where? And they're like, yes. See, 500 people casually being sprinted along at 140 miles per hour almost. Are they quite nearby? Okay. I mean, I guess that does make sense. I just thought, compared to London especially, the density of New York, well, not that it was more dense. I just don't know the facts about, like, New York and its subway, honestly. I think the largest distance between two tube stations, it's probably out on the Epping branch of the Central Line, I'm pretty certain. If you go out, it's probably like Theydon Boys out to Epping. Something like that. Slowly watching this train unload. But Jesus. The best part is where are these people walking to? Actual good oh, they're going onto the tube! In that case, what I should do is I'll make life easier for them by building a subway entrance right over here, which I can't afford. Never mind. Bit too optimistic, I guess. And then, as you can see, the numbers are just slowly piling up here as 200 people wait for the tube, which they've literally just missed. To go one stop from the Upper Cirencester to Cirencester Central. There's 300 people waiting here for the Circle Line. You have 272 plus 113. Okay, so, you know, 375, 385 even. Can do maths. Plus 46. Right. So 421 stations. It's about the same. 3.6 or 3.9 miles. Chalfont. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Could you replace the C stock? Taking a look at my account finances, yeah, about that. I would. I do actually want to, but at the moment it's not looking possible. There we go. As this C stock just slowly fills up. Instead of actually replacing the C stock, when I do get some money, what I will do instead is add in also an S stock unit. So we have both the C stock and S stock running alongside each other. And also, but look how many people are on here. It's rammed solid, and that does make sense. How has this happened? It's because of this new high-speed service that I've built. I wasted quite a lot of my money on the rolling stock, which then didn't fit on mine. I've basically done a France. I think it was... Oh wait, no, was it Spain? No, I'm pretty certain it was someplace in France where they ordered some new rolling stock and then realised, oh, hang on a minute, it doesn't fit on our network. It's too big, the trains. Yeah, I did that with our Eurostar services, which meant they were hemorrhaging money. So now I'm slowly just sat here waiting for the days to tick by where I can make some more money. This shuttle service isn't making a whole lot of money, which is unfortunate, but then again that makes sense because in Slough there isn't... I didn't even build a shuttle service. Or in Holsworthy, actually. Oh, I really left this branch service to just die, basically. Haverhill has expanded quite a lot. Probably justifies having a bigger bus network. France, yeah, it was France. So at Summerturn, quite a lot of people waiting for our tram train thing over here. But yeah, no, now it's just more a waiting game. I actually do want to take a look at what is losing us the most amount of money currently. And to nobody's surprise, it's the Penistone Light Railway. Okay. What I'll do for now is probably sell off a large majority of the stock, which hasn't made us any money because they're basically worthless. The Penistone Lights... yeah, I feel like... Okay, so for the Penistone Light Railway, what's going to happen is it's going to be cut back. It's not going to serve Kidsgrove anymore. What's it? From Kidsgrove, it will just terminate at Amersham North. It will terminate at the same platform the Amersham and City line terminates at. Actually, as a matter of fact, maybe it'll be justified extended the Metropolitan line down to Amersham to Penistone, but I don't think this track is electrified. That's the well, actually, then again, it doesn't really make a difference considering these are the game considers these diesel trains. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. I'll extend down the Metropolitan to Penistone, and then extend it back up to Amersham North on the second platform. There we go. So the Penistone Light Railway doesn't really need to exist anymore, pretty much. It's more a shuttle. TfL with buses, yeah. I mean, that's the longest between two stations, but then again, you could also say the longest distance between two stations is on the fast Met from Finchley Road to Harrow on the Hill. That is true, but that doesn't technically count. Whenever people say, like, what's the longest distance between two underground stations, they do mean, like, on a regular stop in service, whereas the fast services are literally just peak time extras only. There you go. This is the first Metropolitan line train. Oh, we're also in the cab. That will continue on down to... Hang on. Continue down to Penistone. Wait for the game to autosave. Still saying Chorley Woods. Expanding down. These people are almost T-posing. We'll ignore that. There we go. I mean, who would have thunk it, having the Metropolitan line take over a DLR branch station that we then converted to London Overground, which still continued to hemorrhage money. No tram service in the middle of Croydon. Yeah, exactly. Wait, hold on. Wait. Has the tram link died? They're not doing this like central loop basically. From East Croydon around Reeves Corner, Church Street, Central and West Croydon. Has that died? Because if so, what has happened? There we go. Funnily enough, they're still waiting for the Penistone Light Railway. Don't understand that. I mean, you could literally just take the Metropolitan line, but here we are. I think it's because the Penistone Light Railway is faster. These trains can reach 80, 90 miles per hour. But, instead of that... Oh, apparently this train is actually for Gospel Oak. We're not going to Amersham. Listen to the chug of its engines. In true 172 fashion. Oh, there's a Met unit. This is... We're basically doing a Watford's like Harrow and Wealdstone situation where the London Overground runs alongside the Bakerloo line. Except here, it's alongside the Metropolitan. If our website, London Trams, Good Friday 7th until Saturday, April. No service between East Croydon and Reeves Corner. How on earth... Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. Right, so instead of making them loop around the town centre, they're going to turn them back at East Croydon. But then that would mean Church Street doesn't get a tram service anymore. Or is it George Street? The stop after East Croydon. I like the light railway. Rename it to the Overground. That is true. The Penistone Overground. It's on a 4-minute shuttle. It's still losing money. which is really, really concerning. Our high-speed service now has decided it doesn't want to make money either. This is not looking great. Gonna keep it real. What's the next service? I feel like, okay, so with this, I'm gonna actually put this onto the high-speed C service, because I just need more trains, basically. And the next train to come in will also go onto the high-speed C service for now. Reduce down the frequency of the high-speed A service to every 5 minutes. Every 6 minutes, actually. Whereas this is every 15, which is pathetic for a high-speed... Well, okay, in real life, that's amazing for high-speed service, don't get me wrong, but in this game, it's pathetic. That's the equivalent of, like, America's idea of high-speed trains, where it's, oh wow, you get a daily service instead of one train every eons. The next high-speed train, where is it? On high-speed A. It might be at Amersham. Yes, quite a lot of people actually wanted to go down to Aldenton. But I want to increase the frequency of the high-speed C service, because this is making money, and it's currently all my other railways are starting to lose money because people aren't going onto the... I'm not able to move all the people on this new high-speed service. This Pacer line is losing me a horrendous amount of money. Between Leatherheads and all them. So what I'm going to do instead is reduce it down so that it's just a Pacer. You know what, actually, I'm going to leave one 173 stock that is going to be on its own, basically. Because these are capped to 45 miles per hour. Get rid of those. So this is a Pacer line, and this will be our sole 73 stock train. Going up and down. How much do these cost every single year? 1.6 million. Whereas this costs 5 million a year. Never mind, we're getting rid of our 73 stock train. That's very expensive. What does high-speed C mean? Basically, it's just to differentiate it. So, for example, in the UK, you have high-speed 1 and 2. So, instead of it being high-speed A, which stands for high-speed Amersham, this is high-speed C, which is high-speed Cirencester. Because this is the main focal point of where it serves. The main reason why I've devised this point is literally just to connect this up to the high-speed network a bit faster. But we are waiting on, well, just to be profitable, to be honest, more than anything. Because right now we're horribly in the red. Oh, our Porter's head route is just not making any money anymore. That's unfortunate. This used to be really busy. I don't know what's happened. What I shall do, I think, is then probably... I don't want to get rid of these HST units, but I think for now I'm going to have to put them into storage. So these shall go into... Okay, not able to find a path to the depot. What about this? High-speed unit. There we go. So reduce down the frequency. Right now we are in a situation of Croydon Council TfL finances where we're creating managed decline, pretty much. The main line is extremely busy, of course, as per usual. This branch line is really, really profitable as well, making good money. Quite a lot of people waiting to go down to Amersham South. There's also, oh my god, there's 700 people waiting to go via St. Albans City. What's happened to our main line? Why is it? Oh, wait, hold on, what? Wait, what's happened? What on earth? I'm so confused as to what's happened here. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what has happened. These. Wait, hang on, what? No, I don't see what's happened. Why is it waiting for a free path? I do not understand. What? I am so confused as to why this is waiting for a free path. Oh, is this not... Oh, okay. This is not signaled properly. That is a bit of a blunder. So what that shall mean is I need to sell off some vehicles. I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to need to go into the depots. Which one has some trains that I can sell off to put me into the green, just so that I can fix this actual horrendous blunder that I've made. This will be why we're making no money at the moment. I didn't realise. I thought... Hasn't that auto-signaled this? Oh, wait, hold on. Or am I being dense? I don't... I am extremely confused as to whether or not this is signaled properly. Yeah, because there we go. Now that this has actually fixed everything. Whoops. You're going to be done soon? Yeah, I am. Make a bus, a heritage bus. When you get the money, maybe extend the main line. Yeah, I probably am going to do that. Unfortunately, I have completely messed up my main line. So now it's going to be a case of trying to play catch up, basically. Where this brand new branch line I made in the last episode has really like bottlenecked everything. Because now there's, well, let's just put it this way: there's over 1,000 people between these two stations waiting for the main line alone. Never mind over here. Actually, over here, not many people seem to have even noticed that the main line has stopped running. Whereas here, they've definitely noticed. Definitely getting cranky about it as well. I mean, this is a fully laden 350 over here. 488 people on it. The SIGs are in the wrong direction. Are they? I don't think they are. Yeah, these signals aren't in the wrong direction, but for some reason I hadn't... Yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so what's happened was the auto signaling mod didn't really work properly. It seemed to have put signals in random places. So, yeah, that's what's happened. I mean, I fixed it, thankfully. But that's a bit of an embarrassing blunder. Especially considering just how actually busy now this is. There's also a lot of people now wanting to go via Bottlesford. Oh, wow, this branch line is really, really busy. So what I'm going to do, actually, is now replace some of the trains on this branch line, extend them, because capacity is very clearly needed. These 8 166s. I feel like it would be ideal probably to upgrade them to 172s. Or maybe dual, like, double them up so that instead of being 3 coaches, they're 6 coaches long. George Street, yeah, that's it. No Met between Harrow on the Hill and Aldgate. Yeah, but wait, hold on, hang on a minute. Isn't that like a large majority of the Metropolitan in the central section? I mean, let's be entirely honest. No one's really going to notice that. Oh god, this MMC is stuck in traffic. Okay, everything is just not... It's going wrong, basically. We're horrendously in the reds. Oh dear. But, with that being said, I do think this will be a good spot to leave this episode here. So I thank everyone for making it this far. If you've made it this far and you've enjoyed the stream so far, do be sure to leave this stream a like. If you're new here, you can always subscribe for more. Make sure you subscribe with notifications to be notified whenever I go live, because I try stream Transport Fever 2 at least once a week, alongside some other games such as OMSI 2, City Skylines, Open TTD, City Bus Manager, and in future NIMBY Rails. So do be sure you are subscribed with notifications on so you catch all my future streams. But I do thank you for making it this far. I do hope you have a good rest of your evening. day, night, wherever you are.